2 laps down. Kevin Harvick in the 29 car runs second. It's on board with Tony Raines. An update on the 24 from Matt.
Bill just trying to hang on. 18-point cushion over Tony Stewart in 11. What a night for this team. Came in here expecting a whole different night after how they qualified, which was in the 3rd position. But right now, Jeff Gordon running 31st. If he stays here, this will be the 4th straight Richmond race where he has finished 30th or worse. A huge dogfight as the leaders go by him again.
That's Casey Kane in 3rd in the 9 car.
Well, that 24 is junk, BP.
It is. You know, back in July, they took the 24 car up to Milwaukee and tested there what they felt like might help them here at this racetrack. Looks like it helped Kyle Busch.
Yes, it did. Mark Martin, 6 car, runs 6th. Marty.
And Bill, things are starting to look good for Mark Martin in terms of the chase for the Nextel Cup. On that last stop, once again, they took a big swing at the chassis, making it even looser. But even during this run, Mark has not said a word for the last 60 laps. They've been asking him questions, no response. You're not sure if he's tired, frustrated, or just ready for this thing to be over with. But no matter what, Mark has not said a word to his race team in 60-some laps. Dave?
Marty, when you're having trouble with your race car, you look to all directions, including maybe the leader of the race, not to punt you out of the way. Kyle Busch getting ready to go by Denny Hamlin there. But you also look back to any other factors that might help you. And yes, Mary Lou, his mom, Mary Lou Hamlin, fingers still crossed. Please, motor, hang on, get my boy into the chase.
Tough enough on the teams. I can't imagine what it's like for a mom. Going back to Mark Martin, he can hear him, but he ain't listening.
Yeah, he is so focused right now. He does not want to talk to anybody.
Oh! I thought that Kyle Busch was going up the hill and going to make contact with the 11, but
I was with you on that ride, Benny.
wiser heads prevailed.
Tony Stewart runs in 18th. Matt?
Bill still 16 points out of making it into the chase, running in the 11th spot in the points, but he is still 18th on the racetrack, one lap down. And when you armchair quarterback this season, all you have to do is go back to May and the first part of June when he hit that huge slide, lost a lot of points and a lot of positions. He's fought himself back into the race, but it looks like as the clock is winding down on his chances for back-to-back championships 19 laps ago, it is not looking good for Stewart.
He basically need to pick up 5 positions either way, whether it's Casey Kane losing a couple and Tony gaining some, but it's basically 5 positions right now.
But the problem is he's been losing positions.
Right. Kyle Busch. That tells you a lot right there. Has obviously clinched the bonus points for leading the most laps. Out front, 21 years old, trying to make his way into the chase for the first time. He's very humble in the garage yesterday. He said it's not the driver this season. It's been all team, all Hendrick Motorsports. That's what's gotten the 5 car up front. Dave?
And that race car came off the truck very fast this weekend. They tried some big changes, some different ideas to try to make it better. It never responded. Kyle says, well, let's put it back the way it was, because that was pretty darn good. And yes, it is.
You're not kidding. BP, yep. I can't imagine. It's great to have a car like that, isn't it?
It is. And it only happens a few times in your life.
Yep.
But you know what? He hasn't run off and left Kevin Harvick. That 29 car is lurking back there, just 3 or 4 car lengths behind.
Yep. There's Jeff Gordon back in the 31st position.
About to lose another spot to Nemechek.
That's right.
Nemechek, he will take, I think he took that spot earlier. Gordon got him. Nemechek's coming back for it.
This is 2 laps off the pace. That tells you 2 things. The 24 car isn't that good, and the 5 car is that good.
Oh, Nemechek sideways off a 2.
Matt?
Bill Steve Letarte told his driver, Jeff Gordon, the 01 is for position. Gordon says, my brakes are completely cooked. I'm just holding on. Right now, Gordon running in the 31st position.
So 13 laps to go. Gordon has a brake issue. Earnhardt Jr. has a brake issue. The 11 of Hamlin has a motor issue, running on just 7 cylinders. Update on the 8 from Marty.
He's doing the best he can, Bill. He's currently in 16th. He just asked Steve Mill and Tony Erie Jr., if I stay right here, am I okay big picture? They said yes. He said, are you sure? They said yes, you'll be fine. Don't worry about the big picture. No matter what happens, you're going to be okay. He said, good, because I'm exhausted.
Well, don't you know he is exhausted? Not only the physical strain that he's under, but also the mental strain that he's putting himself through in trying to worry about making the chase for the NASCAR Nextel Cup.
These guys are going to be different people going into lap because they're going to be so relieved after tonight that this thing is over. And like I said, I've been saying, this is harder than the championship itself. Making the chase is tougher.
10 to go. And you go back to what Mark Martin said here 2 years ago after he made the chase for the first time. Said, this is the hardest thing I've ever had to do. And that was the year Mark came from back in the pack at midpoint in the season. Got his way into the chase. Casey Kane runs third. Alan, he might be racing his way into this thing.
Oh, but there's so much tension down here in this 9 pit, Bill. Every time we flash those graphics up on screen showing those points, it gets a reaction on this pit box. They know they're in good shape now. Kenny Francis, the team director, keeps radioing Casey with his lap times, telling him you're okay, giving him the car lengths behind. To Dave Blaney, the next one to challenge him for positions, telling him we're good, we're good, we're good. They're hoping these last 8 laps go without any kind of a hiccup, and they'll have raced their way in barely.
Tell you what, if they do, they have earned it.
Something to think about. J.J. Yaley, a Gibbs car, runs 13th. That's 5 positions ahead of Stewart. And Hamlin has his own problem. He's in 15th. 3 positions ahead of Tony.
Is that enough?
No.
No, he's got to have about 5.
Six laps to go before we determine the 10-man field that will chase the 2006 Nextel Cup Championship. Tony Stewart is a 2-time champ, the reigning champion of the NASCAR Nextel Cup Series. Had run so well. But the last 5-6 weeks, not a lot of success for this 20 car, and now they're on the verge of being locked out, unable to defend their championship, Matt.
Bill, many pointed to Richmond as a place where guys like the 20 of Tony Stewart, when you look at the guys who were trying to lock down a spot, all had finished first or second, but Stewart had really excelled here, winning 3 times, also twice in a Craftsman truck. When you look at his short track prowess, 23 top 10s and 46 races, but it just never came together for Stewart and his 20 team, never able to dig themselves out of the hole they dug for themselves when they wrecked their primary car, which was built special for here on Friday. Never able to rebound. It looks like they're going to lose out on a chance for a lot of money as season's end.
Harvick is right there now on the back bumper of Kyle Busch. And you talk about Stewart, you go back to the start of the season, 43rd at California, was 42nd at Charlotte with that hard crash, 41st at Michigan, 28th at Sonoma.
Tell you what, these guys are coming up on traffic right now. Kyle Busch is behind McMurray, and Harvick is just ready
and you
to
know,
take the opportunity.
And Kyle's going to make him do it.
Here we
down
go.
Low.
Taking the look. Harvick can't get down there because the 25 of Vickers is down there, so he's got to wait until they clear this traffic. There he is. He's got them down on the bottom. He slides up a little bit.
White flag is out.
Clear. 1 to go. Come on.
Harvick gets the lead as they take the white flag. Right now, Tony Stewart still the odd man out. Kyle Busch will get one more shot through 3 and 4. Harvick won here last night. He's already clinched a spot in the chase for the Nextel Cup. Kevin Harvick off of 4. Harvick sweeps at Bristol.
dummy, Bill.
For Richmond.
You big
I got
dummy.
too excited. Got too excited.
Go ahead. You can give him 1-2,
Come on,
BP.
BP.
You big dummy.
Thank you. And there are the championship standings.
You know,